Many people may not know that you were the joint chairman of the all-party group on human trafficking and were quite instrumental in making sure that laws were passed in order to try and help the victims of human trafficking, and that was part of what the Modern Slavery Act was about. But now I think you think that we might need to change it. Why is that?
Well, when I started with Sir Anthony Steen, human trafficking wasn't recognised as a crime. What human trafficking is where people are tricked to come into this country and then forced either into labour slavery or prostitution. A typical case would be, somebody says they've got a job for them in Belfast, they come here legally. When they arrive, they're locked up in a terraced house, locks on the outside of the room, and they're forced into prostitution and repeatedly raped. The Modern Slavery Act is supposed to help those people. Quite often the police break these gangs up, rescue the victims. We look after them very well, and that leads to these gangs being prosecuted. It has nothing to do whatsoever with illegal economic migrants coming from Albania. That is people smuggling, and it's completely different. And the fact that they are claiming that they are somehow modern-day slaves is farcical, because they're coming in a small boat, they're paying thousands of pounds to come here. There cannot be any link to modern day slavery, and I think we need emergency legislation to deal with that, because if we don't, it takes about 2 years probably for a referral to the NRM, the National Referral Mechanism, to help victims of modern slavery. And then those people who have come here illegally then go on to claim asylum. It's nonsense. We need emergency legislation to end that.
So is the Modern Slavery Act therefore basically meaning that people can come here, claim that they've been trafficked and that they're a modern slave, and that is preventing them from being deported? Is that the nub of the problem?
That's it. So when we talk about people coming from Albania, I don't think they're claiming asylum when they come here. I think they're claiming that they are modern-day slaves, if you like, human being trafficked. Well, they clearly haven't been. But because the way the law is written, there has to be their cases have to be considered. And it takes an enormous amount of time for that to happen. So they get all the accommodation, food, and, of course, medical assistance. And then, of course, what happens is they disappear into the black hole of the underground economy.
Talking about what people are seeing, feeling, knowing that's happening on the ground. If you look at the papers, Albanians coming over, as you say, they've paid for the passage via a boat. They're being housed in luxury hotels. We've got, in other areas of the country, local school children can't get into the local schools. That was in the Telegraph today, because we've got other children, immigrant children, asylum seekers going in there. But then, conversely, in Albania, they've got no children left in their local area. It's got Albanian loses their children. You've got 2% of their male sort of population coming over here, 12,000 in the last year. I mean, what is happening in Northamptonshire? What is happening in places like Kettering? What people are seeing and feeling so upset about in this country?
Well, it's the number one issue in my postbag, and I think a lot of our colleagues will suddenly find it's the number one issue in their emails when you get these economic migrants put into hotels in the middle of their towns, and of all the problems that comes with that. What it's, to me, a very simple case. These people are clearly coming from France. They're tracked by radar to show they're in the boats coming from France. What this government should say is, look, these people are coming in legally from France. We take them straight back to the French and let the French do it. And in fact, if we did that, it would end the whole model for traffickers, because people wouldn't want to come. And also to help the French, because people wouldn't be coming round to their coastal ports, or all these economic migrants causing havoc there. That's what we should do. And we should make it very clear that what are the French going to do? Are they going to barricade their ports when we bring back people that have left their country to come to this one? That's what we should be doing. And we should be doing it now.